here hanging out in the shed. Disregard the little bit of noise you hear up here. It's my AC now I have here in the shed, because it's like 80 some degrees outside and I don't want to have to sit in here and sweat balls, you know what I mean? Sitting over here at my table today. You can see the background a little bit different. There's a light beam shining straight down, but we're not really talking about the shed or anything. I want to talk about old school, new school, and I feel older and older every day. The other day we got a new car. It's a 2021 Ford Escape. Yeah, we had a 15 model Ford Edge for the last few years, but before that I had a 98 Dodge pickup truck that still had a tape deck in it, and the 15 Edge had a CD player in it. So, you know, I've heard of some of these newer cars coming out don't have freaking CD players in them no more, so that forces you to play your CDs along with your cassettes or records or whatever else you have to listen to. If you're old school like me, listen to them at the house. No more playing in the car, so this one doesn't have a CD player. I don't know how I feel about that. You know, I've never really got into streaming a whole lot. I tried streaming one time with Spotify and stuff, and I did get rid of a lot of CDs and records that I wish I wouldn't have, and now I'm trying to build the collection back up. Just another thing a collector deals with, you know. But it's crazy that it's being pushed out. It's like they're phasing it out. And I went to Cheap Thrills Records, talked to Wyatt. He's the owner down there, and I asked him how that was affecting his business with newer cars coming out. And he said there's still people that buy CDs, and I mean there's people buying vinyl. He said, but you know, the vinyl is a little bit more expensive, and he thinks that, you know, maybe people won't always want to buy the vinyl if they can find the CD for $6 or $7, why spend 30 or 40 on the vinyl? But some people do, you know. But he said they're still selling CDs and stuff. So, you know, we had another record store go out of business, FYE, here in the last year, and that was it here. You know, it made me think of all the stores we had when I was little. We had Record Bar one time. We before FYE was FYE, it was Disc Jockey where we live at, and I think it was in 95 or 96, I believe, when Cheap Thrills Records came to our little town here. And you know, it was trading in your you know, cassettes, trading in your CDs. You could get used ones, 97.5%, maybe 98% of the time I get used CDs, because you can get them cheap. I mean, a lot cheaper, whether I get them there or get them at yard sale, flea market, all them other places. It made me feel old knowing that, you know, the streaming is all you can do in the car now. And it makes you think back to the tape decks. Wyatt made a good point. He said, you know, when CDs came in 1985, they still made cassette tapes all the way up, I think, to like 2000, was it 2 or 3? Something like that. So, you know, they made the record, I mean, not the record, but the record companies, of course, they still made that. They was making CDs and stuff, you know, and I didn't really get into CDs until about the mid-90s, because I had a lot of cassettes and stuff, which I had got rid of. You know how that goes. But they still had a tape deck in my 98 Dodge pickup truck, and I don't know exactly what year they kind of cut them out, but they were still making cassettes and they were still making CDs, and I think CDs were outselling them, but they still put them in the car, you know. And it seems like now CD players are phasing out a lot quicker than the cassette did back in the day. Or at least that's what Wyatt said, and it makes sense because CDs came out in '85. I had a '98 that still had a tape deck in it. So, you know, that's 13 years later. They still put them in the cars, in the trucks or whatever you had. So, but now they're phasing out the CD players. It's I don't know. Oh man, it makes you feel old. It pisses you off because it you know, us old school people like to collect. And you know, I'm still going to collect. I got on Amazon Music, I think, yeah, because I have Amazon Prime. So I'm trying that out in the car. It's just not the same, people. I know that, you know, it's free because I got Prime, which I'm paying for Prime. So really it's not free, I don't think. Well, how do you feel about this? I mean, if you're old school and you collect, you get a new ride, you got a stream. You can't play your CDs in your car anymore. I'm one of these types of people. I like to say a whole album person. I'm not a playlist person. I like to get an album and listen to the whole album numerous of times. I mean, over and over and over and over till I really get into it, you know. And I think that's what makes me more of a collector, doing it that way instead of a playlist person. Because playlist person, whether they do get on streaming, they're just going to play a song here and there. Maybe the popular songs or whatever. You know, they'll download just one or two songs from an album and that's it. I'm not like that. I like the whole freaking CD or the whole cassette. And I still collect cassettes. I mean, you can't really find them in the stores or nothing. Cheap Thrills used to still have them. A few years ago, they had another store in Beckley, West Virginia, 30 miles up the road. But they moved to Bristol, Virginia now too. So I don't know if that store has them, but the one in Princeton doesn't have cassettes. Well, every once in a while I'll see a cassette, but they used to have like a thing on the wall that had a ton of cassettes. You know, they don't have that no more like they did back in the day. But I have seen a few, like maybe heavy metal or stuff like that. If they get something in that they know might sell and might be a little bit valuable, I guess they'll trade it in or whatever. They're not just going to take any old little thing. Probably taking old country CDs, or I mean country cassettes and stuff like that. But I just want to take a few minutes and just say it sucks being old school sometimes, because all this stuff is phasing away and making you do this stuff when you want to listen to a whole album. You know, I guess I can still, but you know, with that prescription, I was getting ready to say that, with that subscription that I have with the Amazon Music that goes with Amazon Prime, you still can't listen to a whole album. It just skips around from one CD to another CD or whatever album of an artist or whatever, and it's in a shuffle. You can't actually literally pick the song. You type it in, and then that's another thing I don't like about it. You'll play, like say you'll be playing Snoop Dogg or something, and you might have 4 or 5 Snoop songs in a row, and then all of a sudden it switches to, you know, I don't know, Tone Loc or something, or Too Short or Tupac or whatever, and you might like that stuff too. But when you typed it in, you typed in Snoop Dogg, and you wanted to listen to Snoop Dogg. And to me, I want to listen to like a whole album or something, not just 1 or 2 songs. And then it just switches and makes me listen to what it wants me to hear. Now, I don't know if people with iPhones, they might have it a different way, and I don't have an iPhone, so God, just shoot me dead right now, because, you know, some people they're the law on that. I ain't seen nothing different. I tell you one thing, I'm glad I got a Galaxy, because I like the videos and the pictures better. I have seen iPhone pictures and videos, and they look like horseshit. Just my opinion. A lot of people don't seem to care about that stuff, but I do, because I do videos on YouTube. So anyway, it's crazy. It's just one of them things that I was thinking about today. The new school versus the old school, collecting versus streaming. makes you feel old, man. So now, here in the shed, it's strictly, I gotta listen. I mean, I do listen to CDs and stuff in here. I listen to cassettes, and soon, which I still haven't got it, I got to find a place to put my record player in here. I'm not putting the records in here because when I'm not in here and this air's not on, it does get a little hot in here, so don't want to ruin them. But let me bend your ear a few minutes, and thank you for that, and comment and let me know what you think. Are you an album person, or are you a playlist person, or do you like streaming better because you're younger, or do you like to collect, or do you do both? Because now I have to do both to listen to something in the car. If not, I listen to the stupid shit they play on the radios and to new music nowadays, you know what I mean? So I got to listen to that kind of stuff. But I don't want to get off of here real quick and get off of here and not show these off. While I was at my record shop, Cheap Thrills Records, I found it at Cheap Thrills Records, a little stamp thing they got on a bag. I did buy some stickers. I didn't buy a CD or nothing. With the purchase there, you do get a sticker if you want one. Bristol, Virginia, and Princeton, West Virginia, Cheap Thrills Records. This is a little shiny one. It's got like the bride on it. Show them off real quick because I probably won't show them in another video. The Lost Boys sticker. This is a pretty cool one. Kiefer Sutherland on it. Trying to keep the glare out of that. A Dracula sticker, which is pretty cool. I sticker up everything. I got a trunk that I put a ton of stickers and stuff on. And now I got a little shelf over here that I might put these on. I don't know. Here's another bride one. Pretty cool. And he said he had a Frankenstein one, but he doesn't sold it. And I got a Wolfman. Pretty neat. I like the colors of these really more than anything. And I smell it because if you go to Cheap Thrills Records, I don't know what it is, if it's their air fresheners or they use incense or what it is, it's got that certain smell. Have you ever been somewhere where it's got a certain smell like that, and when you get a product from that place, it smells like that? Here's a Jason one, Friday the 13th. The bag, the stickers, everything smells, and it's been like that for years. I don't know. I gotta talk to him and ask him, is it just the incense, or I don't really know. I've never really seen incense and stuff being burning in there when I go there. But here's the last one. Here's another Friday the 13th. It's got that. They all got that smell, man. If you're ever in Princeton, West Virginia, or Bristol, Virginia, stop by your local Cheap Thrills Records. There's a plug for you, Wyatt. And tell me the smell of the place. It's funny because it's got that smell. And I wonder, I had never been to the one in Bristol, but wonder if it smells like that. I don't know, it's just weird. I've never really smelt the CDs when they get them from there, but or the movies or whatever. They sell used movies, they sell DVDs, Blu-rays, they sell CDs, of course. Every once in a while they have a few cassettes. If you're into that, they sell a lot of records, vinyl and stuff. They sell what else they sell? They sell stickers. Lately they've been putting out figures and stuff. They're getting into the pop culture stuff more. Figurines, horror stuff dealing with music and stuff, like the music figures and stuff like that. So I mean, they got a little bit of everything, and I'm glad that they're still around. They've been around since I think 95 or 96. I think it's 95 though, and they moved just one time in that time, and they've got a bigger store, and they've been there for years. And I hope to continue. They're still there because the streaming stuff is really just trying to push all that out the door. But there's old timers that still go there, people that still collect, and people that even order from there. I was in there one day and somebody came in and wanted them to order something from them. Years ago, before the internet got so big, I remember doing that. Now I can get on Amazon, eBay, whatever I want on my phone and just order something real quick. But sometimes I think about that too, that it's really taken away from local business, and maybe I should just go ahead and let them order me something sometimes, and giving the money to them. It is a lot quicker, and it's, you know, to do it on your phone and stuff. But if I want them to stick around, I guess I should do something like that every once in a while and get something from them like that. So I put in about 20 bucks that day to get them stickers. Figured I'd support local shopping there. And if you're ever in our area, stop on by Cheap Drills Records and give me a comment and let me know what you think about this streaming. And these cars that's not selling, brand new cars that's coming out that does not have a CD player in it. Does it bum you out? It sure bums me out. This is Movie John, and I'm always filming.